Today on Robert's Guitar Dungeon, we're checking out the Fuego Hot Rod from Panama Guitars. Alrighty. Let's check out some features of the new Panama Fuego Hot Rod, shall we? Much like the previous generations of the Fuego, this one is a 3-channel amplifier with the gain and lead channels essentially sharing the same EQ, same everything really, and of course its own independent clean channel with its own independent EQ. So let's start there. Fantastic sounding clean, and Panama made a lot of improvements with the hot rod. Over some things are improvements and some things are just different. But one thing that they did vastly improve on over the previous generation was the Fuego X, and you should be able to see my Fuego X here on camera, which is what the hot rod is sitting on top of. I do not have the first generation of the Fuego. However, over the Fuego X, which I am very familiar with, the clean channel on the hot rod is much, much cleaner. Great, by the way. I have the EQ on the gain channel, by the way, set flat. Everything is straight up in the air, 12 o'clock noon. The gain is set at about, both the gain and the volume on that channel are about 8 o'clock. This amplifier also takes pedals very, very well. one other feature that the clean channel has that is a vast improvement on over the Fuego X. While the Fuego X did have this bright switch on it, the Fuego X, that was all the control that you got. It was on or it was off. And I've had it on up to this point. This is what it sounds like with it off. And we'll turn it on. And it does brighten up a little bit. Now, the improvement that they made on it, however, is this funny little knob that's right below the switch. The Fuego X didn't have that. What this knob does, this actually controls the level of brightness that that you're adding to the tone. Again, this is with the bright switch on and then the control all the way down. Halfway. All the way up. We're getting into Fender territory. Fender territory cleans with that tone. That sounds fantastic. Little bright for my taste, though. I'm about halfway. That's right about where I live. On to the drive channel. The mix track that you heard at the beginning of the demo portion of this video, this is essentially the, not essentially, it is the setting that I was using for that demo. And I currently have the gain set at about 10 o'clock, treble is at about 10 o'clock. Gain's a little less than 10 o'clock actually. Treble's at about 10 o'clock. Mids are just past halfway. Bass is at about 1:30, 2 o'clock, give or take. And the volume, of course, is set right about where the volume was on channel 1, which is 8:30-ish. Full-on rock tone there. That sounds great. And of course, what you heard there at the end was the lead boost for channel 3. And again, channels 2 and 3 share all the same controls. Let's see what some other gain settings might sound like. Lots of great tones. Just for kicks, let's put it on the lead channel with the gain all the way up and see what it sounds like. That's a lot of gain. plenty of gain to be had. One last feature that I want to show you. This little switch down here in the bottom, on its own, back on channel 2, on its own doesn't do a whole lot. Little bit of a difference, maybe, but not much. But it's a mid shift, so it really comes in handy when you turn the mid control all the way down. Switch back where it was. You can hear a difference or hear what it does. So when you got the mid control turned down, it's a mid shift, and it'll switch the mids from the lower mids to the upper mids. So if you're a player that likes, if you're a diehard Metallica fan from the 80s like me, and you actually enjoy scooped out mids, it's not as popular as it used to be. But if you still enjoy that type of tone, this is a very handy control for you to have, particularly if in a live situation where it might help you cut through the mix a little bit better. Other features of the Fuego Hot Rod, you can run it through 4, 8, or 16 ohm cabinets. There's a speaker output for each one of those. There's also an effects loop on the back, as well as a preamp in and out. So should you prefer to use your own preamp, Panama has thought of that for you, and you do not necessarily have to go through the effects loop. There is its own independent preamp in and out specifically for you, so you do not have to sacrifice your effects loop. Panama Guitars, of course, have spared no expense on the aesthetics of this amplifier. The one that I have here is the Spalted Mango front panel with the, of course, their signature black and red Tolex, which I think is absolutely stunning looking. 18 watts, so it has a little bit more power over the Fuego X, which is liable to give you just a little bit more headroom in a gigging live situation, particularly if you are miking it up through a PA system. A fantastic clean channel that I think is an improvement over the previous generations. I have raved about the clean channel on my Panama Guitars 5-watt head. The clean channel on the Fuego Hot Rod absolutely rivals that. It also rivals the clean channel on some of the other amps that I use in my videos specifically for clean channels. This is going to be a new head that I am going to, I intend on demoing many pedals through. Excellent build quality, sounds great, very versatile amplifier. Fantastic job, Panama Guitars, on this updated version of the Fuego head. I have been very excited about hearing this ever since I first heard about it. I know of plenty of other Panama fans that have been waiting for this head. Again, hats off to Panama Guitars. Links to where you can go check out this amplifier will be listed down in the description for your convenience. Last but not least, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell alert icon right next to it so you don't miss out if you have not already. As I mentioned previously, links to all of the gear used in this video, including the Panama Guitars Fuego Hot Rod, will be listed down in the description. Please leave me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this amplifier. And yeah, and go check out my Teespring shop. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really excited about this amplifier. I will see you in the next video.